Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to DeathSpank. Let's continue. So we're going to take on a bunch of ghosts, and the only thing that seems to kill these ghosts are my poison staff. So the danger here is if I get 2 or 3 of these next to each other, they will do their distance life-sucking attack, and that will overwhelm me. We're in an area where we are very possibly going to get overwhelmed a lot, and here we have a whole flooded, sunken town that I guess we're going to shut down the dam at some point to be able to talk to that character. And meanwhile we're just going to wander up this way and wander this way. Wow, that was a long way to wander just to get a tin can, but it might be a case that the game has limited where the remaining 11 tin cans are in the game. Instead of having them being dropped at random, which they've kind of been dropped at random up until this point. So there might have been a reason for that. If not, that was a rather pointless experience. This whole area has a large potential to change because we're potentially going to get this sword that lets us take care of the ghouls. I don't think it lets us take care of too many other people though. And these suicide attackers coming out of the flaming headstones are weird. Epic gauntlets of awesomeness. It is very much in the feel of a Borderlands game that so many of these items and equipment items are just named silly things instead of more serious things that you normally would see in like a Dungeons and Dragons type story where you would have the gauntlets of awakening or something like that. Here it's just, let's cut to the chase and let's just call it the epic thing of epicness.
I'm trapped on a deserted little island of pain and sorrow.
So I can't talk to Orphan Johnny until I bring in this area, and these ghosts are just gonna keep spawning, and they're really not. They're really not gonna stop or let me grind on them anywhere as well as any of the other grindable enemies. So we walked by that outhouse. Is that where we're gonna respawn? Thank goodness. Because it would have been quite a long walk otherwise.
Wow, there are some really great benefits to blocking, though not dying is probably the best.
A perfect block will boost your justice meter. Holding the block until it expires will knock enemies back. I kinda knew that second part. I didn't know the first part, and I have been absolutely not using the blocking. Speaking of which, I've also not really been using the money in this world. So if we can figure out a good time to go back to Pluckmuckle, it wouldn't be a bad idea. See if we can go buy some items from the armory. But increasing my health a little bit's not going to change much. Let's see. Over there's like a haunted mansion. Do we have an idea? That's like a level 16 character. It's not too much.
Greetings, Spelunker.
And the Spelunker's just gonna tell us to go in the cave.
Cave over there and retrieve a crystal sample for me.
It's the same line of dialogue every time, but it happens rare enough that I guess people don't realize that it's the same line of dialogue. So when you die in a cave, is this where the lost and found is gonna happen? Where's even the closest lost and found? Or is all of our gold gonna be lying on the ground? I suspect all the gold's gonna be lying on the ground. So I think the lost and found idea is either very, very unused, or alright, we're gonna block on that and use a potion and not blow ourselves up. Yep. I think it's just kind of a backup for a backup, something that you really didn't need to have prominently appear. You could have kind of easily had just one lost and found in the whole world, and it would have made more sense than the 2 or 3. And maybe they're all interconnected, so it doesn't matter. But
Greetings, Spelunker.
Do you have any crystal samples?
You're
for
not
me yet?
actually using it as a
Indeed.
gameplay
A
mechanic.
haunted forest crystal.
Just what I wanted. See you at the next cave.
Yeah, this guy's getting high on these crystals almost certainly. This is 6 fire resist, which gives us like a full set, but that's about all I could say there. So we now have a full set of these amulets. This does 690 damage. There's no reason to hold on to that. I'm gonna not grind that just in case that is, for some weird reason, an item we need. What is this? To the Von Prong Dam. Von Prong Dam, 135 furlongs. Let's see what this quest giver has to tell us. But I think after that I want to kind of go back to
Greetings,
Pluckmuckle
nondescript man.
It is the
and
great hero,
just
DeathSpank.
travel around a little bit.
Maybe you can help me. I inherited this wooden box from my dead aunt, but I cannot open it. The wood is so solid that brute force will not work.
I'll handle it. I run into a lot of contrived situations like this.
Then take the box and return to me when you've opened it.
Alright. So we're gonna be planting some C4. Let's see, this box is impossible to open. There must be another way to empty the contents out. Yeah, that is not very many quick fast travel areas. Okay. Let's see. Can we use this with this?
I can't combine those two things. That's not going to work.
Okay. So we've got a quest over here on this Pip Town, and we're at 18. Where we're supposed to blow up the entire Pip Town. And these guys are 14, so they're not even really much of a challenge anymore. Like one hits. So we're gonna plant some C4 and blow up the buildings. And I don't have to hit them even with the poison attacks anymore. I think just a regular attack here is probably pretty good, although probably the poison is a smarter move. But we're still not up to level 20 where we could go take on the unicorns in the Enchanted Forest. So it does feel like they are just going to come back and tell us to deal with the unicorns way later. Let's see. You know, it's probably a good idea to kind of clear out this area though, because if I don't and I blow up the whole place, I might run into a level 20 character with a whole ensemble of other characters. So let's do a little bit of grinding. Can I hit him once and kill him? No. They take 2 hits. I've got to clearly stick and weave more. If I'm not careful, I'm going to run out of food. So we want to probably should just block more, and that would probably be the thing that I just need to do is I just need to learn how to block. And I guess if I was going to take this idea of an action RPG and dumb it down even more and try to do something even more simplistic than like the turn-based Pokemon RPGs, I would probably get rid of the idea of blocking and maybe get rid of the idea of healing in total. That way it's very obvious always what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have like the highest attack and highest health. If this was a game where it was literally just showing the numbers, and if one player's numbers were higher than the other, then you immediately win, that would speed up some of the process. For better and for worse. Like that would be a more simplistic game, and RPGs tend to be better when they aren't simplistic, which also kind of puts this kind of game in a weird position because it's hard to compare it to something like Final Fantasy because it's not trying to be something like Final Fantasy. This does feel like a game that would be really nicely on the Switch, ported to the Switch. So yeah, some new characters did spawn. So I did need to kind of grind that area free of enemies. And I think at that point, there's not... I was trying to talk to her.
Greetings, citizen.
Phew, people will buy any old junk on alt.trunk.fetish.
So yeah, there's no extra lines of dialogue or anything. So I think that really does put us in a quest position where there's not a lot of other things to do. We just need to turn in quest. So back to Pluckmuckle to turn in quest, which might very well bump us up a couple levels. Should also look at just how many healing potions we have. I'm probably fine with healing potions and probably fine with food. That was the guess. Alright, we are at halfway through level 18. This is the guy that wanted us to blow up the Pip Ravaged town with the
Greetings
C4.
again, delicious apple.
Did you exact my revenge on those pips yet?
Oh, I blowed up the village real good.
Thank you. You've lifted a huge weight from my shoulders.
Okay. But that really didn't give us a lot of experience. And then the only other place to turn in a quest is over here. I wouldn't be surprised if this old adventurer gives us another
Greetings,
quest.
old man Ubrick. Here is your receipt for the gravestone.
Thanks. I'll need that for my taxes.
Let's see.
Do you look back on your time as a hero?
Well, have this
fondly?
line of dialogue,
No,
but I don't think
frankly,
it
I'm
doesn't
a little
help.
bit bitter about the whole thing. Don't get me wrong. It was great for a while. Fame, glory, free tacos, autographs, action figures, free tacos. And if it weren't for Lord Von Prong, I'd still have all those things.
What did Lord Von Prong do?
What did Lord Von Prong do to destroy your legacy?
We're actually going to get some backstory.
Like I was, the public can't get enough of you. But one failure, they turn against you like a pack of man-eating turtles.
So, you lost to Von Prong only once, and that ended your hero career?
Well, technically, it was more like a dozen times. But it all happened within a 10-minute time frame, so I count it as one failure.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Ubrick.
It gives us a little bit of backstory, not a lot. And I don't think this game is really benefited by having much of a backstory. Anyways. Okay. I don't think we need this. So I think we can go ahead and just sell it. And then I don't think we need this. So we can just sell that. Here we have a fire axe that does level 15, 151 plus 453, which that is a way better fire axe. So I'm gonna get rid of this fire axe, and I think I'm actually gonna equip this one. Here we have one that just does 500 damage, And we have a spinning blade equipped right now, so we can go ahead and get rid of this spinning blade. 5 2-minute stealth potions. I don't think we need those. So let's get rid of those. Get rid of the corn dogs. The game seems like it's getting kind of desperate. None of these items I think I'd ever use, but I'm gonna hold on to a set just to fill in an inventory slot. Alright. What else do we want to get rid of? Armor potions. I think we'll hold on to those. And fire resistance, ice resistance, and nature resistance, and undeath resistant potions. I think we might hold on to 3 seconds of crit power. I'm not gonna ever use that. 4 minutes of increased speed. Not gonna ever use that.
The lost and found.
Double
is
check the lost
empty.
and found. Let's see. Is there anything we want to purchase here? I don't think so. And then we'll come over to this guy and see if he's got anything to purchase. I could buy these, and these would be better than what I've just randomly picked up, but they're not something I actually need. Alright, so now we're gonna have to talk to this guy, I
Greetings,
think.
armorist. Let's see your weapons
I
selection.
can't just walk up to its inventory. Okay. So, weapons? It seems like we don't have anything that's too much of an upgrade. Like 1 level up for the katana. We have an armor-piercing crossbow, which we should buy. We already own that. We have one of these black hole orbs. And we could get a supermassive black hole orb. And then here we have Dragon Slayer chest, Dragon Slayer shoulders, Dragon Slayer helm, Dragon Slayer boots, epic boots of awesomeness. The Dragon Slayer boots are 80, where the others aren't. So I can buy all the Dragon Slayer set and have a full set on. Can I really afford it though? I think I can, so this is probably a waste of money, but we've had a decent amount of money anyways. So yeah, a full outfit. This is level 9, this is a level 20 weapon. We're not going to play New Game Plus. Let's just be honest here. Like, actually, we should probably just hold on to the passable crossbow and put that in storage. The rest of this items we can sort out and get rid of. It's been a long time since we've gotten any kind of special armor. Anything with a resistance or anything. So that kind of sucks. And this is this one. What do we want to equip? I'm gonna equip the fire axe here, but that's probably not the right move. point over here. Gotta take this crossbow and put it in that inventory spot. And move that over there. Where are we on quests now that we've finished? We need to go to the farmlands south of Lord Van Prong's castle, which we haven't gotten to that area. So I think we're done. Let's see, where's the outhouse to fast travel back to where we were? Well, there is an outhouse this way. I think there might be another one. So a brief respite. And I guess we'll go with the zombie green camp in the top right. Not go for the haunted mansion because we don't have a quest that really tells us to go there yet. We're still looking for a haunted forest character and the soul killer sword. Now the reason why we would want to use this fire attack axe is because it theoretically would synergize with the rest of the weapons if I hit A and X at the same time. Alright. Those are mostly pushover people, but definitely capable of taking me out. Let's try our crossbow. Yep, it seems like it's capable of doing a lot more damage, which that's what we certainly have wanted to see. Let's get this justice meter up to the maximum. Then let's run over here. So those were green archers, again, the ones that would normally leave arrows in the ground after shooting a lot. But the way this level is designed, where the hills are more up and down, you seem to discourage the green from being able to target you from far distances. Collect all of that. Have we fully cleared out the green area? This is the zombie green camp. And my understanding was there was a thing I was supposed to do here. Let's see. Haunted Forest Green Whistle. Mating whistle tuned specifically for the Green Queen in the Haunted Forest. There we go. And I can hit him with the fire or the poison. And this is the
Oh,
mating
that's a mighty
stone.
fine-looking mating stone.
I totally missed it, but I guess I was just standing close enough to it so it didn't matter. I think we'll probably find that the fire axe, even with its long-term damage, is probably not worth it. And that certainly feels like there should be something that we interact with that. Alright. So our next thing is to just kind of go in this general direction. There are ghosts this way, but I'm not sure ghosts are really worth fighting because they're kind of the worst. They require the nature poisonous attacks. Here we have termite mounds, which certainly feels a lot like just fighting spiders in a different skin. Got the epic shoulders of awesomeness. Did that actually equip? No, because compared to what I have, mine are slightly better. So I'm gonna end up getting potentially the entire set of the level 19 armor, and it's not gonna really matter because we've got the level 20 armor, and we still really have plenty of money, and I kind of don't think we're gonna have to buy anything super expensive, because if there was a joke item that was really expensive, too many players would miss it and not really want to go back and grind to get more gold. It feels like the money system in this game is just so completely unbalanced as a way of trying to make the game easier. We're playing this on normal and I have way too much money. I imagine if you get even more when you're playing it on easy, that'd be rather a simplified experience and kind of boring experience. Like, I feel like there should be more of a challenge than just maybe you'll die if until you get around to buying more armor or more health or more potions. Have we looked around this area enough? I feel like we're gonna come back and wander through this area more once we have the dam shut off. It's nice that we have another fast travel location, or just respawn location more than anything else. And that's what that's going to help with. This overworld map's not super useful. And we are back to mostly just wandering around the platform. There we go. Feels like my crossbow bolt weapon is also doing some poison damage. I don't know why it would be doing that. This guy's running away, and I'm not capable of hitting him while he's running away, apparently. So a nice little spinning around animation there allowed me to clear out this area for the most part way quicker, speeding up the process slightly, but not by really a lot. And I kind of need to stand back because explosions seem like they do the same amount of damage regardless of how much health or armor you have. They still seem to be kind of a massively large amount of damage. So one can only assume that characters in this universe have no explosive resistance. Interesting, I just shot that archway. I guess maybe I could have been shooting the other archways this whole time and didn't realize it. Is there anything else that I need to keep an eye out for over here? Like, this is the one time where maybe you could eat food and have a decent experience running around trying to pick up gold, but it would require you to play in such a way that most people I don't think would play, which is to just push forward, which is push forward even stronger than most players would. Machinery to drain damage currently missing a cog, do not operate. There we go. We operated anyways.
I think I need to.
Alright, we're gonna put this.
I'm pretty sure I'd get arrested for trying to combine those together.
So.
I can't do that.
Interesting. We need the cog here inside of this. But how do we break it?
I don't know how to use those things.
See, this definitely feels like an experiment. If we drop that and then we hit it, kind of need to find some fire somewhere. We can't even leave the area without choosing to leave the area where all the other caves in the world have worked. You've just been able to walk in and walk out. It was actually quite nice. We can't read that sign. We found the Soul Killer blade, so I guess that quest is done. And so then we'll walk, I guess, our way back and return that quest. A lot of these guys are pushovers. I guess there aren't any real arcs in this area, or if they are, they probably don't give us anything. I guess we're just picking up cheeseburgers to build up our inventory.
I'm trapped on a deserted little island of pain and sorrow.
So here's when the two items combine, but take note that didn't help me. And I'm out of health potions. So the combined attacks do work. You can have a flaming spinning attack, which is great in theory and completely unnecessary in actual practical application. We're getting about 20 to 50 gold each time we kill something or as we run.
Greetings, spooky grave digger. Here is the magical blade.
Incredible. Now let me attach the proper hilt like so.
Is he gonna attack me?
Fits like a glove. Now take this soul killer sword and kill ghosts with it. Its special power will release their bones of the dead.
Killing ghosts is right up my alley.
Then go forth and kill that which is already dead.
Okay. So we have a nature weapon that does 475 compared to this, which would do about 500. And what else? Let's see. Collect the bones of the dead from the bottom of the haunted lake. I need a soul killer sword. And also I was supposed to check to see if the gravedigger was still alive.
Greetings,
So let's
spooky
talk to him.
grave digger. Some guy up the road needs help with an undead problem.
Wish I could help, but I've got my hands full around here. I also have to work strict union hours.
So that was that quest.
Goodbye, grave digger.
So I'm guessing then see this weapon has no effect. So I'm guessing that these archways are kind of like chests. So that you just have to shoot them. But I'm not really sure what you're shooting. Are you shooting the top of the archway? Or are you just kind of shooting in the middle of it? Yeah, you're shooting the top of them. So I probably did miss some stuff. And very possibly won't find all this stuff. Or it might well be the case that I am going to hit all the archways. They really aren't giving anything amazingly important. Let's see. I guess there's no reason to not use the combined attack if I'm going to use the spin attack, because I assume that it's just going to do more damage, which would let me spin faster. But it is over in this direction, by the way. Yeah. I don't know if there really is too much over in this direction. Just another
Greetings,
quest to
man
turn
the
in.
forest. I talked to this gravedigger fellow. He's alive and appears healthy, at least from the outside. But he's too busy to help. I don't know why. I wasn't really listening.
Blimey, looks like we'll have to solve this problem another way. I just had a crazy idea.
So he's
If the
going to give us another
gravedigger can't
quest?
solve this problem, maybe you can help?
Does it involve making things stay dead?
Why, it sure does. Grandpa keeps riling up the other skeletons. Problem is, Grandpa's been dead for years.
Sounds like someone needs to be re-deaded. I'm on it.
I think
We
the
buried
emphasis there is
Grandpa
probably
up in
a little
sea of
weird.
bones.
Should have probably been
You'll know him when you see him.
re-deaded. I don't know if there's really even a good reason to hold on to the epic. The epic equipment, but seems like we're gonna get all the options here. So level 19, level 7, level 10. Okay. Then one more quest over here. Let's just see if we can convince. There's a grandpa skeleton. Just fire attack all over the place. Flaming tornado. Which, remember, there was a whole system for hitting different buttons and getting combos and maybe doing more damage because you were doing combos? I've completely forgotten about that. And it has played zero actual role in the game. It does feel like there were a lot of concepts here that they were playing with, and several of them should have been left on the cutting room floor for the amount of resources that this game was going to have. Because it is very, very easy here to just forget that you have blocking, forget that you have a combo system, forget that there's a way in which you can mash two buttons if you have two special items equipped.
Greetings, man in the forest. Here is your grandpa's head.
Oh, that should keep him out of trouble. Thanks, DeathSpank.
Okay. And what did that give us? Gargoyle shoulders, which I don't really think I'm gonna hold on to the gargoyle outfits. I feel like if I was gonna play this game as a New Game Plus second time around, I would quickly find that that I would fill up the storage over here with outfits that don't even matter. Let's see, this is 7 ice, which this is a 6 ice, so we can go ahead and grind that away. So we have 2 items that we need to figure out how to put in fire, which makes me feel like if we looked at the map, there's probably something in the haunted mansion that we can do. We have 3 more tin cans to collect and we'll get $10,000, which is not any amount of money that's actually of any value. Bone. Let's see. This one we still need to do. This one we need to return. And we still have 4 orphans to collect. Let's look at our stats before we wrap up this episode. according to the game, we're 62% done, 2/3 of the way. And I don't know if that's because of the main quests being few and far between, or if it's just that the main quest plus the side quests add up to 100%. It kind of feels like that should be the case if you're going to have a percentage. Otherwise, you should probably break it down to main quest percentage, or label it some other way. Like, that 62% really doesn't mean anything to us, though. Overall, we've done 21 main quests, 48 side quests, 6 fortune cookies we've used. We've gotten 103 pieces of armor, a lot of which seems redundant. It almost feels like you only get 1 piece of armor once, but actually you probably see it in the storefront or pick it up 2 or 3 times. We've collected 64 weapons. We've visited 29 areas, which that feels very odd also, because it kind of feels like we've only visited maybe 10 areas in total, and they're all very repetitive in their design. Taking a lot of damage, taking a lot of footsteps, dealt a lot of damage. Apparently we played for 319 minutes, and we've killed over 2,000 creatures, which break down into several subcategories. Again, kind of useless information. We've opened 49 chests and smashed 666 barrels, and we've gained a lot of money and spent a lot of money. Again, most of that information useless. We have these orphan left shoes. I don't think they have any value, but we might as well hold on to them. This I don't think has any value anymore. The vast majority, we don't know what we're doing with the felt at all, but the rest of this has been used, or at least the large majority of it. I guess we don't know what the glass bottle is for either. And the notes, we have like 20 notes, many of which don't really connect to anything at all. So that's yet another weird experiment that just, I don't think, got enough polish on it to really deserve to be in the game. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.